Finessers and finesses. It's a beautiful Thursday afternoon here before kickoff where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, also known as the wide receiver-less Buccaneers, the tight end-less Buccaneers, but yet the goatless Buccaneers will take on the Chicago Bears, who I don't even have the effort to put into the description about how bad they are. It's not worth my time. So, rest in peace, Chester Bennington. I'm going to go over a few things today. I got my little trusty notepad here. Going to go over some scores from last week. Going to go over some player highlights, some trades, some waivers, some matchups next week, and just some topics I'd like to get off my chest in general. So let's go ahead and dive in. This is going to be a big show. I'm going to try to keep it under 15 if I can. Last week, we had Andrew and Zach. It was tight for a minute, and then my team was just able to pull away. They're just way too talented. Nothing against Zach. It's just a formidable opponent. It's just nothing he can do. They suck. They suck. So I beat Zach 150 to 115. Highlighted players, Aaron Rodgers put up 30. Thus propelling his trade value to a trade I made with Zach later on that week. And Tom Brady put up a 32 spot on me. That was starting to get old. So moving on there. Always jeffing around Evan and Cheese. That's always a fun matchup because Cheese always throws in these sly comments about Evan not being good. Well, Cheese, you're not good because Evan beat you. So based on the premise of what you just said, Evan is better than you. So that's just that. Evan got 115 to 107. This is give or take a few decimals. I ain't got time for all that. So I got about an 8-point match. Like, it was close. It is tight. Cheese had a lot of tight matches. Really, Cheese could be 0-4 very easily. Very easily. Call no Cowboys about being 0-4. Gary and Clay. Gary put up a pretty big score, 142, not as big as mine, to Clay's 119. Clay had that coming. Maybe if he got his hands dirty, maybe we could, get him some wins, some point accumulation. So Gary had 142, Clay had 119. Odell Beckham Jr., of all people, popped off a 33 spot. That's about as least likely to happen as Joe Mixon ever finding the end zone again. It's just not going to happen. You got dudes like, you got the Cowboys. I mean, their linebackers and corners, they can't cover up their own kids that sleep, much less cover up Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry, Austin Hooper, Nick Chubb, rest in peace to his kneecap, Kareem Hunt, those guys. So, moving on there, CeeDee Lamb put up a 20 spot. Again, him and Amari Cooper, they might be pretty valuable going forward simply based on the premise that the Cowboys are horrible and they're always going to be playing from behind. Same thing with Dak. Dak is always going to be playing from behind, so he's always going to be putting up big numbers. It's not a situation I envision having Zeke on my team, and not a fan, but nonetheless, it's Ezekiel Elliott, and stop asking me for him. Alex and Ski. Alex, again, somehow, I don't get it, got Highman. He beat me by less than a point for Highman. I had a much more balanced team. Joe Mixon had 40, of all the people. I mean, we've given him a lot of backlash, an understandable backlash that he probably deserves. But he put up like 37 or something like that. It's never going to happen again, as Skeet referenced in his Friday rant. That's he got 152. Skeet got 104. That's a beatdown. That's a good 48 points. We had Skeet's high score besides his QB was McLaurin at 11. You're not going to win with that. Josh Allen put up 25. Hopefully he'll be doing that on my team soon. And Teddy Bridgewater had 27 of all people in the world. And the last matchup we had was Zach Calder. I'm pretty sure he's out of the losing column with a pretty he didn't put up a crazy score, but I mean 115 is very respectable. Good grief, my daughter could have beat Galt this week. I mean, Galt, what did you have going on? I mean, Galt, the highest besides his QBs, which was Matt Ryan and Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray had like 20. Matt Ryan had like 11. Thank you, Calvin Ridley, for not catching that touchdown. That cost me a fantasy matchup in my other league. Appreciate that. Jonathan Taylor was his highest score at 7. 7. My kicker had more than 7. So yeah, that's the matchups there. Get out of the way. Are you gonna go or what? Like for real? Yeah. So we'll do waivers first. Clay put down $35 for Devontae Freeman, somebody that I picked up before he got worked out for the Giants because of my incredible intuition and knowledge into the fantasy realm. But I dropped him based on several factors, largely in part due to the overwhelming ineptitude of the Giants organization. So yeah, he put $35 down. That is over a third of the budget for someone I just dropped. It could work out for him. It might not. I don't know. Scoggins got Hunter Henry. Not a fan. I needed a tight end this week. And I'm like, okay, nobody's going to want Hunter Henry. He's not been really doing a whole lot. So I put down $4. I'm like, that's probably an overpayment. Zach puts down $5. And then Zach Carter got Brandon Ayuk. I'm not really sure how to explain that name. If you ever send me Brandon Ayuk's name in a trade that involves Kareem Hunt, I'll shut the league down. I'll shut it down. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that right now. I'm just simply not. I don't feel as though I need to even justify that. All right, so with trades, it was real cool. I was really not even going to do a podcast, but we got busy yesterday. Good job, gentlemen. I mean, hey, like, I love it. I love it. All right, so we had a big one yesterday. Myself and Zach Scoggins, we broke the beef. We broke the beef there. I traded Aaron Rodgers, Allen Robinson, and T. Higgins. QB 1, wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, flex range, somewhere around there. 4, Mike Evans, Tyler Lockett, Robbie Anderson. Wide receiver 1, wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2. I don't really, when it involves my trades, I don't really get involved in who got finesse, this, that, and the other. I just get mine. Zach got his. Congratulations to him. He needed a quarterback. He got one of the top 4 options in the league, probably. So good for him. He got Allen Robinson, who Nick Foles, ever since Nick Foles took over, is the words I used. Ever since he took over, he has averaged 18.6 and 17.1, averaged out to around 18. So that's a good player, better than any of your receivers. And don't come at me with Devontae Adams because he hasn't played. So yeah, and T. Higgins, the Clemson bias would be what is tossed around here, but however, T. Higgins has been acting out. He's really been showing out with Joe Burrow. I guess they squashed the beef after the national championship beat down. But then again, what can I say about it? Because my team was at home. Yeah, so overall, Mike Evans, Tyler Lockett, Robbie Anderson, 4, Aaron Rodgers, Robinson, and Higgins. Fair enough. Moving on. Jeff. Oh, he's jeffing around. Evan. We got Mike Davis and Will Fuller. Will Fuller's been balling. Not even going to dispute that. He's been balling. Houston's so bad, they're always down, so they're just slinging it. Only option out there. And Mike Davis, he's been balling, but at the end of the day, he's not going to have a job in 3 weeks. Very good work getting 18 points a game out of it and shipping him off. I love it. I absolutely love that. For Joe Burrow, who also has been balling, Evan was a little bit thin on quarterback, and Leonard Fournette can play, but will he play? If you understand what I'm saying. So that's tough, man. So like you look at it from a perspective of player by player, Mike Davis and Fournette. Long run, it could be Fournette. Right now, it's definitely Davis. So we'll give it a wash. And then Burrow and Fuller. Probably gonna have to get the slight edge to the person, to Calder receiving Fuller. But it's so close, I can't even play any clown music. Oh my good Lord. Kim Jong-un, North Korea. Clay traded Jerry Jeudy for Julian Medler. Julian Medlerman. I think this was just to see if it was possible, to see if the green accept trade button worked on Clay's phone. It is possible. This is a trial run. We'll try to get him involved this week to really get things going in this league. And finally, Alex traded Ty Gurley for Deontay Johnson and Darrell Henderson. Now I like this. Alex tends to not get his hands dirty, and that's fine, but he will get his hands dirty. But he traded Ty Gurley, who I don't really understand what's going on with him. He's the best back on the team, but they like to give the ball to Brian Hill at the 5. But Ty Gurley's been averaging about 13, 14 points a game. I don't know if that's sustainable, but it's happening. So he traded him for Darrell Henderson, who had one good week, and then now he somehow went from running back 1 on the Rams to running back 3. It's unreal, incredible. The fact he was able to ship him off for that, and Deontay Johnson, who's had one game and hasn't played anything else. So honestly, Calder. I think you got him. I think you got Alex. So congratulations. Let's go ahead. I mean, Calder's actually put together a decent team. He's projected at 124. Like, that is only second to me, and no one's ever going to get what I'm projected because I'm so good. So, honestly, the dude's kind of put together a decent team trading. I'll get to how many trades he has made. I have that on my trusty little sticky note right here. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. So let's go ahead and dive in. Nice finesse. We got to really hurry. We got 12 minutes. All right, next week we got Gary and Andrew, 4-0 and 3-1. I'm projected 130, 115. Gary is 115. So yeah, it should be good. Gary's a little bit beaten up on the but my team, we stay strong. No matter what. No matter what injuries come my way, I always have a backup because my scout team, baby, let's go. Galt and Zach. Zach is 1-3. Galt is 2-2. Galt is 114, and Zach is 106. That would really even the playing field if Zach were able to come out with that win, making them both 2-3. Same with Clay and Cheese. We have another 2-2, 1-3 matchup. We have, let's see here, 102 for Clay and 115 for Cheese. If Cheese is able to pull it out, we've got 2 more 2-3 teams. And then we have a 2-2 matchup, Skeet and Evan. Skeet's projected 115, Evan's at 103. And Alex and Calder, again, 2-2, 1-3. If Calder pulls out the win, we have another 2-3 matchup, another 2-3 team. So that would make everybody except me and Gary and Skeet and Evan 2-3 if those things were to happen. Not saying it will, but it's kind of crazy that's the case. Gary has a chance to go to 5-0. I have a chance to go to 4-1. So that's a big matchup. It's not our highlighted match of the week, but it is a big matchup nonetheless. Topics. This is a few things I personally want to get off my chest. We got about 3 or 4 minutes to wrap this junk up. CNN, Cheese. You are CNN, short for the Cheese News Network. You are CNN. You report fake news in the roundups of things about myself, trading, other people's. You report not untrue statistics. And I'm a stats guy, so I don't care for that whatsoever. Just to let that be known. Clay. You are North Korea. You are Kim Jong-un. Whatever, if the shoe fits, it fits. You got to start getting involved in these foreign trade deals. It doesn't matter. If it betters your country, you have to do it. Gary, the trade bias toward me has to stop. It has to stop. Here with my trade, this little thing right here. Gary has made 5 trades. I have made 7. That is not that big a difference. And Gary makes it seem like I'm just out here making trades every single day. It's not the case. It's not the case. So yeah, Galt. I'm done. I'm not doing this no more with you. The trading, the blatant one-side trading has to stop. Now, it's got to stop. It has to stop. The Keenan Allen and Jonathan Taylor for Michael Thomas and Kareem Hunt stuff, it has to stop. You know, I mean, I send you a trade for Kyler Murray, and it gets shot down. A legitimate trade. It involved a wide receiver 1 and a quarterback 2. I just assumed you would take it, and then I get these bogus trade offers back. Same with Gary. Gary's had a few bogus trade offers himself from Sir Galt. Galt, before you trade, we have to think. Is this beneficial? If it accepts, is your heartbeat going to race thinking like, oh, this might get vetoed? If that's the case, don't send it. That being said, I still want Keenan Allen and I still want Kyler Murray. I'm not going to break the bank for them. No one is. No one is. Nobody. And finally, the trade breakdown. This is the piece of paper that has all of our trades on it. Gary has made 5, 4 of which he got finessed on. Me, 7. Again, I don't get involved in whether or not I get finesse. I just get mine. Galt, you've made 3. I'm honestly surprised at that many. I would just assume all of those majorly benefited you. Zach Scoggins has made 2. That's good stuff, Scoggins. I know you like to kind of stay on the radar. That's good. Cheese and Clay, the North Koreans, 1 each. That is so weak. We have got to get people involved in that. We've got to get you involved. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't know if y'all like to play in the shadows. I know Cheese likes to play in the shadows. He'll let not the center cast the first stone. He'll cast stones. He'll be, oh, why are you trading with him? But then under the table, he'll be like, hey, do you want to make the same trade with me? Except I'll give you worse players. It's absolute bullcrap. So let's get involved. Skeet at 6 trades. That's good stuff. Evan, we're at 4. Great stuff. I've made 1 with you myself. That's good. Alex, 4. That's sneaky, Alex. I like that. It's 4 trades. I did not think you had made that many. That's sneaky. I like that. And Zach Calder. Oh, boy. I love it. You have a place in my heart. I mean, it is insanity how awesome, how proud I am of you. Zach Calder has made 15 trades. Yes, man. I love it. You have personally etched yourself in this league forever, sir. I am absolutely in love. So, yeah, just, again, trusty sheet. I hope everybody has a good day. I hope Allen Robinson doesn't make me regret trading him. Now that Nick Foles has taken over. Gary, taken over is the terms I use. We got a good game tonight. Allen Robinson, Nick Foles, David Montgomery. You got Tom Brady. You got maybe Scotty Miller, maybe Mike Evans. Gronk may see the field a little bit. Who knows? It should be. There's some names out there, so we'll keep an eye on that tonight. Main thing, just stay safe out there. Don't forget to subscribe to our Twitter channel at Joe Mixon Will Never Do That Again, and Instagram at Gary Get Off My Case and a Wage. Finally, you can also follow us on our TikTok at Clay and Cheese Get to Trading. So again, at the end of the day, let's go ahead and make sure we finesse these people. Make sure you don't get finessed. Watch what you're doing. So if you don't finesse somebody, you yourself will get finessed. So get out there, get trading, be smart. You're not gonna beat me, but just be smart. Cheese, Clay, get to trading. Just get out there, finesse or get finesse. You better get dinner before you're someone's dinner. Let's go.